Hey guys, I'm a recipe here. Welcome back to my kitchen. Today I'm going to teach you guys how to make eggplant parmigiano. My brother-in-law used to make it and I really love it. So I add my twist and it's really easy to make. Not just easy, it's really delicious guys. So vamos a empezar. For this recipe you're going to need 1 eggplant medium, 1 cup of all-purpose flour, 1 cup of oil, any oil you have for frying, it needs to be for frying, 3 eggs, half a teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of ground black pepper, 1 jar of spaghetti salsa, 24 ounces, a quarter an onion, 2 garlics, 1 teaspoon of Italian season, Parmesan cheese, you can use grated or you can use whole, either one works, mozzarella cheese as many as you want, and 2 tablespoons olive oil. Alright guys, for the first thing we're gonna start doing is the salsa. I got this one, you can use this one because this one already has flavor. You can use either one works, but also you can use the whole tomatoes. The thing is gonna give you the flavor is these things. That's what is going to give you the flavor, but with this then we make a little bit extra flavor. If you like to choose this one like with a whole tomato or chopped tomato, the only thing you're gonna do is kind of blend it a little bit, or maybe with your hands squeeze it a little bit. That can make it different. I just give you the 2 options you guys can use, and you can use any brand. Medium onion here, I'm just gonna use a quarter. That's only what I need. We are going to chop in the small pieces. I'm gonna take the first layer. Also, if you don't like the onion, you can use it the whole onion like in big pieces, so you can take it out, but I think it's better just to do it like that. So now that I have my onion ready, that's pretty much what we need, and my 2 garlics, so I already have it. So we're gonna move to the stove. 2 tablespoons of olive oil. We're gonna let it preheat for a few minutes. My oil is not completely hot, but I'm gonna just add in my onions. I have it right here. We're gonna stir for a few minutes, maybe 2 or 3 minutes. As you can see, my onions changing a little bit. I have one of these, so this is really easy for me for the garlic. So I'm gonna throw my garlic, but if you don't have one of these, you can just chop it really fine. And the garlic only takes like 30 seconds, not more than that, because it can burn. It kind of takes funny. So after I have that, 1 teaspoon of my Italian seasoning. And now we're gonna add the spaghetti sauce. Okay, so I'm gonna lower the heat and I'm gonna just put it there, and just make sure you have a lid, because when it starts boil it's gonna kind of bubble all over, so you don't want to make a big mess. So we're just gonna cook it right now for medium heat, and then when it starts boil, we're just gonna lower. So we're gonna cook it between 25 to 30 minutes. So I'm just gonna cover and leave it in medium heat, and then we're just gonna come in and stir it a couple times. And when it starts boiling, we're just gonna lower the heat. So I was having my stove like a medium heat, and I can still already feel my sauces kind of bubbles. So we're gonna lower like really low heat, like you look, see? When you guys go to the store and pick the eggplant, trying to choose the medium, not the really big ones. Sometimes the really big ones have some seeds, that's what I find out, but medium is good. And if you think you wanna make more, you can make 2 or more. There's different ways you can cut it. You can cut it this way, but I usually like round. If you wanna, you can take the skin, but I don't like to take the skin. I usually just do it like that. I'm gonna cut it like 1 inches. Doesn't have to be all the same, but kind of like this. Not too thick, just cut it all the way like that. Also, it's a different ways you can make eggplant. Like they say, like the vegetables usually hold a lot of water. And they say you can also put some salt on top, but you have to let it rest for 1 hour so all the water comes out. I don't mind. I like it this way. I mean, I don't want to wait for 1 hour, but also you can put it in water with a lot of salt and leave it there for another hour too. So that also releases the water. And you see this one doesn't have a lot of seed, which is good. The bigger you get it, that's when they have a little bit more seeds. Now that I have my eggplant, so I'm gonna move in to prepare my flour. I did add a little bit more extra flour, so you're gonna have a little bit left, because you can make another one if you want, but if you don't, just use half of it. 1/4 teaspoon of salt, 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper, and then I'm gonna just stir it. I'm gonna sift my flour, so I'm just gonna put it here so I get everything combined together, the salt and everything. And sometimes a little crumbs, that's why I do this, you see. And that's my flour. So now we're just gonna prepare our egg. 1/4 teaspoon, and we're gonna add some black pepper. And if you have the other one where you grind it like that, you can also do that, but I just did it with the measure so you kind of know. 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Scramble my eggs really well. So now that we have our egg ready and our flour, we're gonna start preheating our pan so we can start frying everything. So we're gonna preheat our oil, so get it really warm so we can fry our eggplant. This one, it takes a few minutes. So I have my tomato sauce over here, so I'm just gonna stir it. So just be really careful so it doesn't jump on you. So I have my flour ready and I have my egg ready. Also, I'm gonna show you, you can also use breadcrumb, but for this one we are not gonna use it, but I'm gonna make one for you to see. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put my eggplant in the flour, squeeze it so I can get the flour in. I'm just gonna do the excess, and I'm gonna do it with every single one. In the meantime, my oil is ready. Okay guys, so I know that I did a little bit more extra flour because I know it's better to have more than not have enough. You can make probably another eggplant probably. So this one we're done with that. We can go check our oil, see how oil it is right now. It's been 25 minutes since I cooked my sauce, and I have it in a very low heat, so I'm just gonna turn it off, and this is how it looks. I'm gonna cover it back in because we don't want to water to get in the oil. My oil is pretty hot. I'm gonna check if my oil is hot, and as soon as when you put it with spoon like that, it's kind of bubbly. That thing is ready. And make sure you have a plate with a napkin so we can drain our oil. My eggplant already with the flour. What I'm just gonna do it, put it with my egg here. You can do it with the fork, you can do it with the hand. I'm just gonna do it with my hand. So I'm gonna just put it like that, and probably I can put a couple. That one was a little thicker. I should make it a little thinner. It's not right or not wrong. So I'm just gonna put it in my egg. This is gonna go pretty quick. Let's put another one there. And I have my heat, medium heat. So we're just gonna let them to turn kind of a little bit golden brown. Okay, so as you can see, it's been a little bit like a little golden brown, so it's time to take them out. If you flip it a little bit too early and they're not like golden brown, you can just flip it one more time. So this is pretty good. Alright guys, so this one takes between 1 minute or 2 minutes in each side, so it all depends how your heat it is, how hot it is. Okay guys, there's two ways you guys can make the eggplant. I already showed you just with the flour and the eggs, but also you can make it bread in. You can just Italian bread in here in the plate. If you do choose it with you make it the bread, the process is the same thing. You're gonna stick it in the flour, in the egg, and we're gonna put it here in the egg. Just like that, and from here we're gonna bring it to the bread. So I have one more here, and if you want to do double layer, you can also do double layer, but I think sometimes when you do double layer it's too much. You see, I put it back in my egg, put it here and put it there, and bring it back to the pan. So now that I have my egg, it's the same thing, just put it in the pan. Have my other one still here. I definitely has a little bit more different flavor with the bread, but this way is also pretty good. So we're almost done with frying the eggplant. So you do need to preheat that oven at 400 degrees, and that's what I'm gonna do right now. See, now this is golden for both sides. So I'm just gonna put it here, and I'm gonna turn on my stove because I'm done. So here's my tomato sauce. I leave it cook for 25 minutes, so you see it's not the water, which is perfect. With the garlic and the onion, give it an extra flavor. Now we're gonna start building our eggplant, and I'm gonna just grab this thing. I'm gonna just put a little bit of sauce in the bottom. Okay, what I told you before, you can use this cheese or you can use this one. I'm gonna put my eggplant. I also teach you how to make it with bread. I'm gonna just build that, and then I'm gonna just put this one, and I'm gonna put the little one, this one in the middle, like that. Sauce. Some people don't like it with a lot of sauce. I love the sauce, me personally. Keep adding some of these, as much or as little as you want. Oh, I can just add this one. See, I have my queso mozzarella. You can use whole or you can use grater, whatever you prefer. Just gonna add these. From there, we're just gonna start building it up. The way that I'm gonna do it that she's not to burn, I'm gonna cover it with foil paper. If you want yours a little bit more crispy, don't cover with the foil paper. We're gonna cook it for 30 minutes, so you just cook it for 25 minutes and take it out and put the cheese. Because if you put the cheese now and then just cook it for 30 minutes, the cheese is gonna get burned. It usually takes just like 5 minutes to melt the cheese, so because I'm gonna cover it with the foil paper, it's gonna be fine. I'm just gonna put it here for 30 minutes and then we'll be back. Okay guys, so my eggplant has been cooking for 30 minutes. At this point, I'm just gonna take it out. And I will tell you that I was gonna cover out so that way the thing doesn't get burned. And yep, the thing gets stuck in my foil paper, but it's not burned. After you take it out of the oven, before you gotta let it cook down at least maybe 10 to 20 minutes so it doesn't come apart. Alright guys, so there you have it. It's really easy to make. This recipe can feed between 4 people. If you want a double, you could. This thing even tastes even better the next day. So if you guys want to give it a try, and if you guys enjoy, so give it a try. Adios, hasta la vista.